Hello friends, now we are going to see about human health and disease. Coming to the first, what is health? Health will be depend on many factors. Coming to the factors, we have food and diet, exercise, family and friends, sleep, stress management. All these things factors will define our health. If there is any imbalance of these factors, will result to unhealthy, abnormal or diseased state. Coming to the first, introduction. So, the condition of being sound in body, mind, or spirit, especially the freedom from physical disease or pain, we call it as health. In ancient days, considered as a state of body and mind with balance of humors. So, assisted by Greeks and Indian Ayurveda system. So, it was believed that person with black bile belonged to hot personality and would have fever. Humors. So, four distinct bodily fluids, excess or deficiency of the bodily fluids in individual person directly influences the temperament and health. Four humors are black bile, yellow bile, phlegm, and blood. So, the later discovery of the blood circulation by William Harvey and demonstration of normal body temperature in person with black bile disproved the good humor hypothesis. Next, it was stated that mind influenced by neural system, endocrine system and immune system. Together they affect the health. The factors influencing the health are genetic disorders, deficiencies, a child born with deficiencies, defect child inherit, infections, lifestyle, food, water, rest and exercise habits. Health is generally means free from illness, disease, injury or pain, lack of physical fitness. Health can be defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being. Healthy people are efficient at work, which increases the productivity and brings the economic prosperity. Health increases the longevity of the people and reduces the infant and maternal mortality. Next, the factors to achieve for a good health. Nothing but we should have a good products of the food as well as exercise. So we should be good at work as well as we can also plan for a stressless. Our mind stress has to be managed periodically. Next, so heart disease awareness. Characteristics of good health. Important characteristics of person having good health is free from sickness and disease, free from unnecessary anxiety, free from social and psychological tensions, self-confidence, feeling joy in living, ability to work effectively and at its best. So all these things will comes under the characteristics of good health. Coming to the indicators of the good health, being popular, having a reliable group of friends, feeling good about yourself, free from illness or injury. We should have a healthy weight, confident. All these things also will are the indicators of the good health. Next, disease and its types. Any condition which interferes with the normal functioning of the body and impairs the health, we call it as disease. There are types of disease: congenital disease and acquired diseases. Coming to the congenital, these are inborn diseases and genetically inherited. So, acquired diseases are after birth and non inheritable. Coming to the first, congenital disease, the disease due to gene mutation, for example, hemophilia, color blindness. Next, disease due to chromosomal mutation, Down syndrome and Klinefelter syndrome. Acquired diseases, communicable or infectious diseases, air, water, food, physical contacts or vectors, bacteria, virus, protozoa, helminth, fungus, etc. Coming to the non communicable or non infectious diseases, deficiency disease like diabetes, degenerative arthritis, cancerous and allergic diseases are asthma. Common diseases in humans. Any substance which cause a disease by its excess or deficiency or absence, we call it as disease agents. Organisms belongs to bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, helminths, etc., which causes the disease are referred to as pathogens. The pathogens will act as a parasites by living on or in the host and causes the harm, that is the disease. The mode of transmission is coming to the epidemiology or entry into the host, the different means. Once entered into the host body, it multiply and interfere with the normal vital activities, which results in the morphological and functional damage. Pathogens after its entry into the host adapts itself based on the environment. Example, Pathogen entering the gut should survive at a low pH to resist the digestive enzymes. Typhoid. The causing agent is Salmonella typhi bacterium, which is epidemiology. Contaminated food and water enters the small intestine and migrate to other organs through blood. Coming to the symptoms are the typhoid fever, which is sustained high fever with a temperature of 39 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, weakness, stomach pain, constipation, headache, loss of appetite, means loss of hunger, severe cases of intestinal perforations and death. So, confirmation of disease is by Vidal test. So, Mal Maran nicknamed the typhoid Mary as typhoid carrier and was cooked by the profession. Continued to spread the typhoid for several years through the food she prepared. Coming to the modes of transmission, so it is due to Salmonella typha. So we have the common symptoms of loss of appetite, fever, nausea, diarrhea, abdominal cramps, vomiting, etc. Pneumonia. The causative agent is Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenza, which is a bacteria. Epidemiology. Inhalation of droplets or aerosols released by an infected person and by sharing the glasses and utensils with an infected person. Symptoms are disease developed by causing the infection in the respiratory tract. Alveoli due to infection gets filled with fluid. Severe problems in respiration. Symptoms will include fever, chills, cough, and headache. Severe cases, the lips and fingernails may turn grey to bluish in color. So this is Streptococcus pneumoniae, and these are the these are the pneumonia. So the pneumonia lungs and the normal alveoli. Next, common cold. Causative agent is rhinovirus. Epidemiology. Inhalation of droplets of cough or sneeze of an infected person. Transmission through contaminated objects. Symptoms. Infect the nose and respiratory passage but not the lungs. The common cold shows the symptoms like nasal congestion and discharge, sore throat, hoarseness, cough, headache, tiredness, etc. The symptoms usually last for 3 to 7 days. The common cold has no cure and can live for hours outside the body. The sudden symptoms are severe, come on without warning. The fever will be 100 degrees Fahrenheit or greater. So they will have a sudden achus which is been unexplained, chills, unexplained, tiredness which is sudden and extremely will be there. Next, malaria. The causative agent is Plasmodium vivax. Plasmodium malaria or Plasmodium falciparum, which is a protozoa. Plasmodium falciparum, the malignant malaria which may be fatal. The epidemiology is bite of female Anopheles mosquito. The target organ is RBC and liver. The symptoms are high fever and chills. The fever occurs on every alternative day and vomiting will be there. So now the symptoms of the malaria are it comes to central nervous system headache, systemic fever, muscular is fatigue and pain. They will have a severe back pain, chills, sweating, the respiratory is dry cough, spleen enlargement, stomach nausea and vomiting. So when the mosquito bites the another human, sporozoites are infected with the bite. Now the parasites, the sporozoites reaches the liver through the blood. Next, the parasite reproduces asexually in the liver cells, bursting the cells and releasing into the blood. Now the parasites reproduces asexually in the red blood cells, so bursting the red blood cells and causing the cycles of fever and other symptoms. The released parasites infect the new RBC. So likewise we have the male and female. So sexual stages, gametocytes develop in the RBC. Now the gametocytes, the female mosquito takes up the gametocytes with the blood meal. Next, the fertilization and development takes place in the mosquito's intestine. So again the sporozoites will be developed in the salivary glands of the mosquito. So the mature infected stages, especially the intestine, and migrate to the mosquito salivary glands, and it will infect the another human. Likewise the cycle will be repeated in malaria. Next, the life cycle of Plasmodium. Plasmodium requires two hosts, human and mosquito. The mosquito is nothing but female Anopheles mosquito. The life cycle of the Plasmodium will start with injecting the sporozoites through the bite of infected female Anopheles mosquitoes. The parasite initially multiply within the liver cells and then attack the RBC, resulting in their rupture. This is the release of toxic substance which we call it as hemozyme from the ruptured RBC. It is responsible for chill and high fever. From the infected human, the parasite enters into the body of Anopheles mosquito during biting and sucking the blood. Further development takes place in the body of female Anopheles mosquitoes. Coming to the next, amoebiosis and amoebic dysentery. Causative agent is Entamoeba histolytica, which is a protozoan. Epidemiology, transmission of parasite from feces of infected person to food or food products through houseflies, so which is a mechanical carrier. Drinking water is contaminated by the fecal matter are the main source of infection. The target organ is large intestine. Symptoms are which includes constipation, abdominal pain, cramps, stools with excess mucus and blood clots. So the contaminated food or water is being ingested by the person, and now the crust transforms into an active form of parasite in the intestine. It can live here causing only the mild symptoms or not at all. And next, coming to the third stage, in some cases the parasite burrows through the wall of intestine. It can then be carried by the bloodstream and can infect the other person such as the liver, lungs and brain. Some of the parasites pass